Imagine a world where every wrong decision turns out right, where blunders lead to success, and where selling coal to Newcastle is a stroke of genius. Welcome to the world of Timothy Dexter, the luckiest fool in American history, or perhaps the most cunning businessman. The jury's still out. Timothy Dexter was an 18th century American businessman who rose from humble beginnings to become one of the most peculiar figures of his time. Born in Massachusetts in 1747, Dexter didn't exactly scream success story from the get-go. His education was minimal, and his prospects even less so. Yet, Dexter had ambition, and what he lacked in formal education, he made up for in sheer bewildering audacity. He began his ascent to wealth by marrying a rich widow, because why climb the ladder when you can take the elevator? His first venture into the business world was as bizarre as it was successful. In a move that defied logic, Dexter bought continental currency during the Revolutionary War, which was considered nearly worthless. Most thought he had taken leave of his senses, but when the US government later redeemed the currency at face value, Dexter became extraordinarily wealthy. It was as if King Midas himself had blessed him. But Dexter didn't stop there. He had a taste for the unorthodox, and his next ventures would be the stuff of legend. He once shipped warming pans and mittens to the Caribbean, a decision that seemed as wise as selling ice cream in a blizzard. But fortune, as if amused by Dexter's audacity, smiled upon him yet again. The warming pans were used to ladle molasses, and the mittens sold to plantation slaves. Then came the infamous coal venture. Dexter decided to ship coal to Newcastle, a place notorious for its coal production. It was akin to selling sand in the Sahara. But as luck would have it, his shipment arrived during a miners' strike, and Dexter made a killing. Dexter's success was not just a series of fortunate events. His eccentricity extended to his social life as well. He built a lavish mansion, adorned it with minarets, and placed statues of famous figures including himself, with an inscription declaring him the first in the East, the first in the West, and the greatest philosopher in the Western world. Humility, it seems, was not in his vocabulary. In his later years, Dexter decided to fake his own death to see how people would react. The turnout was impressive, but his joy turned to rage when he saw his wife not grieving as he had expected. The aftermath was, predictably, a spectacle. Dexter later went on to publish a book titled A Pickle for the Knowing Ones. The book is 32 pages long and is full of misspelt words, grammatical mistakes, and has no punctuation. In response to this complaint, Dexter republished the book with an additional 11 pages of punctuation marks and instructions for readers to add them wherever they please. Timothy Dexter eventually passed away for real in 1806, leaving behind a legacy as colorful as it was improbable. His life was a testament to the idea that sometimes fortune favors not just the bold, but the bizarre. So, what can we learn from Timothy Dexter? Perhaps it's that sometimes the line between foolishness and genius is as thin as the paper money that made him rich. Or maybe it's that in the grand theater of life, there's always room for a character as audacious as Dexter. Whatever the case, his story remains a curious footnote in the annals of American entrepreneurship, a tale of a man who gambled against common sense and against all odds, won.